2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the destination for the Trailblazers. The inside-outside combination of Damian Lillard and Hassan Whiteside know exactly what they need to do as they prepare to get busy in Fiserv Forum. Blazers, Bucks, tip-off coming right up. Welcome, maybe the best day of the NBA, Thursday night, and we're happy you could be here with us. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Look at the Trailblazers. They're right now in the 8th spot in the conference here in the early part of the season.
And right now for the Trailblazers, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Well, Damian Lillard is not just the best player on the Blazers, he's the team's unquestioned leader. But he said leadership is not all about talking. It's about letting others hold you accountable too, being coachable and committing to a common purpose. For him, guys, being a leader doesn't mean he puts himself above his teammates.
I like that story, David, and a good attitude. Great job. Thank you so much. Clark, you'd think that team chemistry would just improve as the season goes along, but maybe not if you have personality issues in that locker room.
You know, Kevin, it's one of the most fragile elements in team sports: chemistry, culture, accepting roles, sacrificing your own individual game for the good of the team. And I think it's always a work in progress.
And as a leader, as I know you were when you played, I'm sure you were dealing with those things all season long.
Yeah, you try to lead by example, but also there's opportunity and times when you have to step up and voice what you see that could be detrimental to your team's success.
The starters for the Portland Trailblazers: McCollum the 2 and Hood the 3. Anthony out there with Whiteside, and it's Lillard in at the point guard position. And for the Bucks, the backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem, and it's Lopez in at the center filling out the middle. Just 4 to shoot. Portland needs to get off a shot. Here's Lillard, and it's good off the back rim and in. Lillard's got the opening field goal of the game for the Trailblazers. Bledsoe passes to Middleton. He dishes it to Antetokounmpo. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
How about the court vision of Middleton? Just so good at finding the open man.
Portland with the ball. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game, Greg. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
And here's Bledsoe following the three-pointer by C.J. McCollum. Pass to Giannis. Fades and shoots. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Well, I like how Antetokounmpo takes his time on these shots. No rush. Measures what he wants. That mid-range game, Jay, of his, really starting to get better.
Now here's Lillard. 11 points for him in that last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans. And now here comes Antetokounmpo leading the break with the second effort, and the layup is good. Giannis has got 6. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Offline with his three. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Antetokounmpo dishes to Bledsoe. Back to Giannis. Got it. Good job in the low post. He's got 8.
You know, Bledsoe has developed his passing skills to the point where you've got to respect that part of his game. He's doing a nice job finding his open guys.
Now, here's Lillard. He's one of the better scorers in the league, averaging almost 25 points a game. Lopez with the steal. Bledsoe against Lillard. And Middleton kicks to Bledsoe. That shot misses. Good work defensively by Whiteside. Hood with it. Now guarded by Middleton. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It goes on Chris Middleton. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the game. First free throw is good.
Well, the Bucks on offense look to swing things around and pick up the tempo as much as they can.
Well, you know, this team was second in the league in pace. Want to get the ball down the floor and get an easy 3 or a transition chance. That was their game plan. This approach had them as the 4th best offense in the league last year.
Both free throws good from Hood.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not.
Lillard against Bledsoe. Pass to Lopez. Kicks it to Middleton. 6 on the shot clock. The teardrop falls in.
Nice handles by Middleton. Actually, really impressive handles. Put on the show with that dribbling exhibition.
Lillard against Bledsoe. McCollum outside. Back to Lillard. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames, but money well spent by the Blazers.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Bucks?
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
And the first one drops.
When he was drafted, Damian Lillard said he wanted to go to the Blazers with the 6th pick. The opportunity to play right away and be embraced by the city of Portland.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. And Damian Lillard says, Greg, win or lose, he wants to stay in Portland. He keeps his residence there year-round.
And talk about his loyalty. In high school, lightly recruited. He ends up committing to Weber State. His senior year, all the big schools come calling. And Lillard kept his commitment. That shows you how he's built.
Bucks leading by 3. To the middle. Rejected by Whiteside.
And Whiteside takes great pride in rejecting shots. Outstanding at getting his arms up and denying shooters.
Now here's Middleton following the miss by Carmelo Anthony. Count that one.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland. And what a year last season for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He was terrific across, Greg, all stat categories.
And he was rightfully in the MVP conversation very early on. He's still very young, and I see multiple MVP seasons in his future.
And getting into the second part of November here, a quick glance at the power rankings. Let's see how everyone started out. You look at Detroit. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And seeing where Portland is, They believe they can be more competitive than they've shown. It's still very early in the season, so the optimism for a successful run is still there.
And it's Lillard missing. Here's Milwaukee now. They're on a 12-4 run right now. And that one's good by Giannis.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate.
Yeah, exactly. It sure is. Plenty of second opportunities. 8 of their last 10 points from the paint, but the defense still continues to back away and not show any aggressiveness.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That's his first foul. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Right wing. Matthews, no one around him.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, Greg, making them count in the early going here.
Lillard, that one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And he can score from all over the court. But Lillard at his best from mid-range. He deserves extra special attention from the defense in that in-between area. But sometimes, even then, that's not enough.
Well, Clark, what a year it was for Giannis Antetokounmpo last season. He took everything to the next level from the get-go. He became a top player in the NBA.
And you know what, guys? Early on, you could see it and you could feel it. It was going to be a special year for Giannis because his progression and development, his hunger, his commitment, his work ethic, all of that helped him become the MVP of the league against a pretty competitive field of MVP candidates.
And the first one at the line is good.
And though he's still young, Giannis Antetokounmpo is already elite. I mean, his athleticism and length, really hard to contain.
Trailblazers trail by 7. Lillard outside. Right side Hood. Anthony against Giannis. Anthony, the pass to Lillard. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Here's Middleton. He's coming off a 16-point game against Atlanta.
And he was relentless in that one. I mean, he wanted to be the first to every rebound and almost was.
Now here's Bledsoe. 7-point differential. Milwaukee needs to get off a shot here. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Well, you know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Well, how do you think great coaches go about making that connection with their players?
Well, it starts with being candid and holding the player accountable. Great players want to and need to be coached, and great coaches find a way to do that effectively for that individual and for the team.
That free throw good from Hood. Brook Lopez is checked in for the Bucks. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Nurkic is checked in. Both free throws good from Hood. And the Bucks with possession here, leading by 5. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, and with most of the arena against them, they just banded together and trusted one another to make the right play.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena, and they proved it that game.
Here's Anthony after Eric Bledsoe's score. Hood, the pass to Nurkic. Six to shoot. Here's Hood. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo.
And Antetokounmpo's 7'3" wingspan, extraordinary. I mean, he's effective in rejecting shots, bothering shots, and stealing the ball.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
And it's Bledsoe with the ball for Milwaukee. It's a 5-point game. The drive by Giannis. The shot, no good. Now Portland takes it the other way. Here's McCollum. That one's not going to go. Excellent D there from Bledsoe.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Kicks it down to Middleton. Offensive rebound. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. Kyle Korver. He's checked in for Milwaukee. Hill comes in for Eric Bledsoe. And then for the Trailblazers, Mario Hezonja comes in for Anthony. And it's Kent Bazemore in for Rodney Hood. Portland on defense. Trailing by 5. Clock at 6. And there's the pass to Hill. Rebound by the Trailblazers. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And really showed their depth when they needed it most. On the road, having to manufacture points.
And, you know, the guys on the bench have great confidence in themselves. And when their name was called, they were ready to compete and contribute.
Bucks leading by 3. The feed to Antetokounmpo. Middleton against McCollum. Now here's Bazemore. Not a lot of room. And the shot goes down.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Hill with it. 12 points his last outing. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
And you know what, guys? If for nothing else, just to slow things down a little bit, change it up somewhat.
A different look for Milwaukee. Ilyasova, he's checked in for Antetokounmpo, and it's Pat Connaughton in for Chris Middleton. Collins checked in for Portland. On defense, Portland. Here's Connaughton. He feeds it to Hill. Lopez against Nurkic. Yes, that goes in. And the Bucks lead by 3.
And amidst the tall timber, he's right at home, extremely comfortable. Lopez getting it done.
And Lillard kicks it to Bazemore. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Lillard. Lillard's got 3 assists tonight.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now here is Hill. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Giannis.
And guys, how about the surge of offense he's experiencing right now? These last 5 games, he's been a machine at the offensive end. A different scorer than he had been earlier in the season. We'll find out if he can keep it going here tonight.
Lillard against Hill. Hezonja on the wing. Collins passes to Hezonja. Collins in the post. Defended by Ilyasova. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And look, a tough rookie season for Zach Collins, but Boy, he's bounced back much better in terms of shooting, showing why he was taken in the top 10 back in 2017.
The Trailblazers have made all of their free throws so far tonight, going 6 for 6. And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And you look at Collins, able to protect the rim and space the floor offensively.
And fits that modern template for an NBA center. Time will tell how good he can be, but he's already making an impact.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Yeah, a lot of whistles here early, as well as foul trouble starting to be an issue.
Yeah, that's a big reason they're trailing. You can't allow a parade to the free throw line and expect to be on top in the game.
Here's Connaughton. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Lays it up and banks it in. Connaughton's got it all tied up now for Milwaukee.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Pass to Baseman. Back to Lillard. We've got 1:28 left to play here in the first.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Outside Hill. Ilyasova down low. Working on Collins. Lillard outside. And Nurkic with the basket on the assist by Lillard. And now a 4-point Portland lead. 59 seconds left in the first. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Here's Hill. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Man, I like the attack mentality of Hill. Always on the lookout to take it straight to the cup.
Lillard, the pass to Hazanya. He kicks it to Baseman. Misses the three. Milwaukee's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Korver dishes to Lopez. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Damian Lillard.
Really hard to get to the shot of Lopez, especially with his reach.
Milwaukee shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Those are good numbers for any team. I mean, they can feel extremely good about their free throw shooting percentage this season.
And he makes the first.
Up around 80% for his career, Lopez more than comfortable earning his points at the charity stripe.
And both free throws good for Lopez.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Lillard outside. From 17 feet out. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
And stolen by Lillard. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Here is Hill. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. From outside the arc, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Milwaukee Bucks. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. We've got more in store for you right after this. The leadership mantle, something that Damian Lillard welcomes. He talked about what that means to him.
A lot of responsibility. When things go bad, people are going to look to you first. They're going to point the finger at you first. And when things go well, they're going to give you the credit. So I think it's just a balance of those two things, being willing to be that guy and being excited about it. I think you got to have fun with it.
Right on the money as always. Lillard has excelled in that leadership role.
Yeah, I mean, he plays with so much confidence and composure, but also it's the way he includes his teammates and gets to know them as individuals that makes him a franchise player.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Trailblazers, Collins plays the 4 with Nurkic at the 5. Kent Bazemore is out there with Damian Lillard. And it's Hezonja in at the small forward position. Here's Hezonja after Kyle Korver's bucket. And it's Lillard missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Lopez outside. And here's Ilyasova outside. And the rebound by Nurkic. The Trailblazers shooting not great, 40% for the game. Bazemore for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Bazemore's got 10 points.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Outside Hill. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 tries.
Man, it's nice to see Hill get busy down inside. And really quite remarkable how he finds ways to score in the thick of things.
And now, here's Hezonja. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Here's Lillard. Rebound, Milwaukee.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
And it's Connaughton missing. And so Bazemore will bring it up for Portland. They can look forward to the Cavaliers after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. And they're playing through a string of road games. That will be game 5 of the 6 on the road. Bucks trail by 3. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Giannis Antetokounmpo is the reigning MVP. He's the second Bucks player to win it since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And he's the 3rd youngest MVP in league history. Kevin, he's just scratching the surface of what he'll do in this league.
You said it, D.A., and some good facts in your report, too. Thank you. Now, here's Nurkic. Here's Hezonja. Collins trying to break free. Hezonja's shot is off. Bucks have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And that's a foul called on Zach Collins. That's his first foul. Robin Lopez is checked in for Lopez. Portland also making some changes. Whiteside's checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Little in for Mario Hezonja. Connaughton kicks to Lopez. Hill looking it over. Lets a floater go, and the layup is up and in. Hill's got 4 this quarter.
Boy, the precise placement by Hill with these floating jumpers, that's a hard shot that he's mastered.
To the inside. Here's Collins. Pass to Little. Now here's Bazemore. He's guarded closely. Little can't hit. Milwaukee in the lead. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Clark, you and I are sitting here watching this game, broadcasting the game. There are a lot of times that the fans can't see how emotionally charged up you are over some of the things you see on the floor, good and bad.
Hey, I love great basketball, excellent passing, tremendous hustle, creativity on your moves. One of the things that really excites me, though, is to see the ball pop and end up in a three-point shooter's hands, and he's able to knock one down because the crowd is able to follow that ball, and the anticipation just kind of rises as it gets to the designated shooter. I love guys going after rebounds on the offensive glass.
That's a great example about the three-point shot, though, Clark. I love that. That's terrific. Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Ilyasova. Chris Middleton comes in for Kyle Korver. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for George Hill. Both good from the line that time. Trailblazers trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
McCollum finds Hood. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And last year, Chris Middleton, not quite as dead-eye as he has been in the past. Still a solid shooter from all ranges.
No good on the free throw. And for Middleton, Greg, you don't need all the volume out there from him. You just need the efficiency.
And Middleton has always been an efficient player. Great to have on a team as a second or third option.
Matthews, he's checked in for Milwaukee. That one is no good. Trailblazers trail by 4. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. You look at the Bucks, off to a great start this season, currently in second.
And I think for Milwaukee, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Now here's Bledsoe. A 23-point game for him in the win against the Hawks in Atlanta. And Anthony sends it back. And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession. Outside Matthews. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Matthews has got the lead up to 7 now for the Bucks.
An effective floor spacer. Matthews, certainly a guy that can really light it up from downtown.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
And it gives us a chance here to check out some stats on Giannis Antetokounmpo. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. First in scoring, 4th in rebounding, and he's in the top 5 in the league in steals. Those hands are like meat hooks. Not much gets by him.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially, Greg, when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Now Hood following the three-point attempt by Wesley Matthews. To the paint. Here's Anthony. Portland again missing.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Cullen passes to Hood. Shoots over Matthews. Hood can't get it to go.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And the shooting guard, Wesley Matthews, a terrific defender, who has no hesitation, Greg, in taking that long three.
A pretty good combination. Weathered an Achilles tear back in 2015, but has remained a steady rotation player.
Now here's McCollum. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Pelicans in New Orleans. Pass to Anthony to end the cold streak. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Anthony's got his second basket of the night.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the three spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Bucks leading by 10. Now Bledsoe. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the three. They get it again. Lopez. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Lopez has got his first basket of the night. Bledsoe against McCollum. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Eric Bledsoe.
And you talk about shot makers. C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
He misses the free throw. And you look at the shot chart from McCollum. He's a threat, Greg, from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
He hits the second from the line. Mark, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin, I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio, when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age, and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
A natural scorer. Give McCollum any room to get his shot off, and he's going to let it fly.
Here's Bledsoe. Here's Lopez. They shoot again. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the fun-loving personality Lopez has makes him a likable teammate. It's clear that they love playing with him.
You know, in just his first season with Milwaukee, a huge success for Coach Budenholzer. I mean, came in and led the team to the top seed in the East, gave the franchise a huge boost, and I think they found their leader for the next several years.
And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Bledsoe against McCollum. Bledsoe taking his time here, and the basket is good. Clark for the Bucks. The players said Budenholzer instilled a sense of confidence in the team.
And you know what? Sometimes you have a coaching change, and that injection of a different type of approach and the change in culture can make a big difference. Coach Budenholzer has always shown the ability to get the most out of his roster, and shows you what a difference a coach can make.
The free throw drops for Bledsoe. Clark, there are a lot of factors a free agent puts into selecting the new team that he goes to. Talk about the factors that aren't basketball for these free agents.
Well, I think you could see some of them if you gave it some thought, Kevin. You think about a market size, Nightlife for some guys is important. Business opportunities when you think about places like Silicon Valley or New York or Los Angeles. Season of life for the individual player in terms of his family and where he might want to reside after he's done playing. So there are a number of different things that contribute to free agents making moves from one team to the next.
Now, did you have a family, Clark, when you played your last couple years in the NBA?
We were without children, but it was Rosie and I. We've been married 4 years, and then our family started right after I retired.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And a quick check now. The NBA's top rebounders. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 4th.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
McCollum outside. The pass to Whiteside. Over Lopez. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And it's been talked about for some time, but last summer the Heat finally decided to pull the trigger on Hassan Whiteside. Traded to Portland for Leonard and Harkless. Whiteside and the Heat had soured on each other in the trade. A chance for both sides to have a fresh start.
That free throw, no good. And looking at the numbers for Whiteside the last few years, Greg, it seems like his production has come back down a bit.
And for a minute, Whiteside looked like he could be a dominant center, but he struggled since his great 2017 season. Shot selection has been hurting, and sometimes it feels like he is in his own way as a player.
Now here's Matthews. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Hawks in Atlanta. Middleton buries the 20-footer. Middleton's got 9 points.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Cullen passes to Hood. But they recover it. Passes it to McCollum. A second chance effort. Milwaukee with the rebound. Lopez has got rebound number 5 here tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Well, it's paid off with a greater rate of second chance hoops. I mean, great effort to build this lead on their part.
There's the lob. Antetokounmpo trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Little gets the bucket. Now here's Bledsoe. 7 points in the game. Pass to Lopez. Outside, Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
And how about the power of Antetokounmpo? Dynamite whenever he takes it to the rim.
And it's Anthony with the jam.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
Antetokounmpo with the bucket.
And, you know, this is why people are so high on Antetokounmpo. I mean, his build and skill set are both platinum level. And he knows how to kick his game up a gear, too.
Outside Hood. There's 49 seconds left in the first half. Little passes to McCollum. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know, after making 1 3 in the first quarter, he's had none here so far in the second.
The Bucks have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And some changes here for the Bucks. Brook Lopez is checked in for Chris Middleton. Korver comes in for Wesley Matthews. And George Hills subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. Now, here's Lillard. 6 points for him. Good.
Boy, I love watching Lillard turn on the Jets using that astounding speed to blaze past the defender.
35 seconds left in the first half of the game. Floats one up, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Nurkic. .27 seconds left in the second quarter. Hill dishes to Antetokounmpo. Here's Lopez, and the dunk by Lopez.
Man, how about the vision of the hometown hero, George Hill, spotting a teammate and whipping it over quickly.
Collins kicks to Hezonja. Pass to Lillard, over Hill, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And that's now 10 points for Lillard. And here's Giannis from outside. Connects from three-point range. And the Bucks lead by 20.
That pull-up shot is unguardable. Can't lay off Giannis for even a second.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Mike Budenholzer. Your defense has been very good. Why has that happened?
Well, I think our guys are committed on that end. Everybody's active, everybody's covering for each other, and we know how important it is.
Mike, we'll see if it continues in the next quarter. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. The first half mercifully coming to a close. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny's here. Shaq is here. It was a big-time first quarter for Giannis Antetokounmpo. He had 25 points and 1 block. Kenny, your thoughts on the Bucks' first half?
We're seeing the Giannis effect. First player to ever finish in the top 20 in all 5 major statistical categories. Come on, man. Are you kidding me? It doesn't speak for his overall impact, but I just want to tell you that's impressive.
Shaq, how do you think Portland played?
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotations. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. And I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. You look at Antetokounmpo, and this game has been everywhere.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. The backcourt comprised of Bledsoe and Matthews. And it's Lopez in at the center position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Bucks. McCollum uses the glass to finish the layup. McCollum's got the first basket of the third quarter for Portland.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Here's Bledsoe following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Antetokounmpo, no good.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Anthony with the bucket.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
And here's Bledsoe. There's the pass to Matthews. Bucks passing it around. Antetokounmpo passes to Lopez. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in.
When you see Antetokounmpo make a pass like that, it tells you just how much he's matured and grown as a player and decision maker.
Now, here's Lillard. He's got 10. Anthony down low. Antetokounmpo defending.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Lillard against Bledsoe. Middleton on the wing. Shot clock at 6. No good on the triple.
Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Here now, the upcoming schedule for the Portland Trailblazers. On Saturday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Monday, they'll go up against the Bulls in Chicago.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
You throw good, Damian Lillard.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. Bucks leading by 16. Bledsoe outside. Here's Giannis. That one no good. Good work defensively by Whiteside.
Only 20% from the field to start.
Oh, that was a strong dunk.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Passes it to Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Lillard against Bledsoe. Lillard, right side. Here's Anthony. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him. And Antetokounmpo is so long. I mean, he stretches forever, covers a ton of ground.
Hood with it, now guarded by Middleton. From the arc. Here's Whiteside, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You know, guys, you've got to give much respect to the length of Whiteside. I mean, he's a hulking 7-footer who takes a lot of pride in being the defensive anchor for this team.
He's off on the first. Milwaukee making a switch here. Ilyasova's checked in, and he's good on the second. Here's Bledsoe. He has 7. Pass to Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Boy, the added work in the weight room for Giannis coming into play there. I mean, you got to send an army to try to stop this guy.
And since coming to the Bucks, Eric Bledsoe hasn't been asked to do nearly as much as he has in the past.
And for Bledsoe, that is a good thing, as he is best as a complementary player. Not scoring as much, but his decision-making and shot selection have vastly improved.
And Lillard kicks to Hood. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Looking to end his cold spell, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
First trip to the line for him here.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And, you know, that's not the kind of percentage any player wants to see next to his name at the end of the season.
That free throw good from Anthony. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks. Both free throws good from Anthony. And so it's Bledsoe with it, bringing it up for Milwaukee. They led the game at one point by 20. And at home for the next game, it'll be Detroit pulling into town. That'll be the second of 4 games at home for them. And it's out of bounds. The Bucks able to retain possession here. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Nurkic is checked in. Trailblazers on D. 15-point game. Bledsoe right side. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. They get Hassan Whiteside.
You know, Bledsoe is not a big guy, but he's got big boy strength. He's a powerful combo guard and can convert through contact.
McCollum left side, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Antetokounmpo.
And looking now at the numbers for Lillard, tremendous numbers for him over the last 10 games. 12th in scoring, and he's among the top 20 free throw shooters in the league. Doesn't waste many opportunities at the line.
And yeah, one of the most dangerous scorers in the game. He's already come up big in some key games this year. His teammates really feed off his presence, I think. Bledsoe outside. Inside, here's Giannis. Nurkic with the block. Lillard from outside. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. Antetokounmpo's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Lillard against Bledsoe. Stolen by McCollum. Whiteside dishes to Anthony. Tipped away. Stolen by Middleton. Bledsoe with it. He's picked up by Whiteside. Here's Connaughton. Six to shoot. For 3, Bledsoe can't hit that one. Nice D from Lillard. Here's McCollum. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
Yeah, but don't forget about their points in the paint, because those have been big.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Lopez comes in for Chris Middleton, and George Hill's subbed in for Pat Connaughton.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
No good from Bledsoe. Trailblazers trail by 13. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Anthony. Lopez with the block.
Lopez showing off the length there to get to that shot.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Hezonja, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Giannis outside. Out to the right wing. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Bledsoe against McCollum. The pass to Ilyasova. And stolen by Whiteside. McCollum finds Hezonja. Whiteside inside. Working on Ilyasova. 6 on the shot clock. McCollum passes to Nurkic. Portland again missing.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Eric Bledsoe. Collins checked in for the Trailblazers. Ken Bazemore comes in for Damian Lillard. And timeout called. Terry Stotts has had enough.
Definitely not pleased with their rebounding at the defensive end. The number of putbacks they've allowed has been terrible. I'm sure that's what he's going to address during this timeout.
Let's get some information from the 2K leaderboard. In about the last 10 games in the NBA, during that span, these teams have the most second chance points in the league. Fifth best, the Bucks.
Really something to see. Their effort on the offensive glass has just led to so many second chance opportunities.
McCollum, no good. Milwaukee leading by 16. Hill kicks to Giannis. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Down low, Ilyasova. And Ilyasova throws it down.
Well, I tell you something here now. Ilyasova has deceptive athleticism, and I think it catches defenders off guard because if he gets around that rim, he's ready and looking to throw it down.
Now here's Giannis. Good on the bucket. Ilyasova's got his second bucket tonight.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Hill with it. He's got 6. And Lopez has it in the corner. No good on the 3. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. They trail by 18. To the paint, here's Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Nice job hitting him right in stride. Excellent play.
Milwaukee's gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. The wide open look here for Lopez. A three-pointer, no good. Trailblazers trail by 16. Here's McCollum. That shot off. Excellent D there from Hill. And for Milwaukee, they're shooting 44% on their field goal attempts in quarter 3. The Trailblazers shooting 47% since getting things started in the third quarter. Bazemore misses.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And it's Hezonja with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Antetokounmpo finds Ilyasova. Back to Antetokounmpo. Takes a 3. A rebound by Hezonja.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And it's McCollum in the corner. Lets it go from deep. Excellent D there from Hill.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
The kick out to Lopez. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Bazemore hits the bucket.
Boy, he's doing everything he can. At this point, the rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Here's Antetokounmpo. He's got 34. And Hill has it in the corner. Trying to end the drought. Portland grabs the miss. Nurkic has got 6 rebounds in the game. And last season, a rare 5-by-5 game achieved by Jusuf Nurkic. 24 points, 23 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 steals, Greg, and 5 blocks in a game against the Kings.
And how about the only player ever to log a 20, 25, and 5 game? The Bosnian Beast making a name for himself.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Collins passes to Hezonja. Now here's Collins, covered by Giannis. It's stolen by Korver, and now it's Hill running. He can go all the way. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Hill maintaining his balance there. That's a tough and one finish by the fundamentally sound guard.
The Bucks making a switch here. Lopez is checked in, and the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Hood's checked in. Trailblazers trail by 18. Here's Bazemore, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo. No good on that one. He hits the second from the line. Bucks leading by 17. Passes to Lopez. And that one, good. Lopez has got 4 points in the quarter.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Here's McCollum. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And a moment here to check out some numbers for Nurkic. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. 15th in blocks. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands, and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And trying to muscle up shots against him is tough. His body type makes it supremely difficult. Just a dominant rim protector all season. The Bucks making a switch here. Matthews is checked in. Hill. Almost, but it rolls out.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
You know, I think he may have forced that pass when there was really no reason to.
Here's Hill. 10 points for him. Outside Korver. Good. The assist goes to Hill. Hill's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Perfect shooting form from K-Square, Kyle Korver. Man, is he a laser. Quick release and always gets himself squared up for the look.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And here's Hill, who will bring it up for the Bucks. Pass to Korver. It's Matthews on the wing, covered by Hood. Matthews dishes to Lopez. Back to Matthews. Clock at 6. Pass to Korver. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Lopez, no luck. Here's Hezonja. Good D by Lopez. And stolen by Hezonja. Lopez with the block.
And the space Lopez is able to cover on defense, using that size and length to reject the shots.
And so it's Milwaukee with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their transition game has been in full effect. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Trailblazers trail by 18. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th. Hood out there with Hezonja. Then there's C.J. McCollum. Then there's Jusuf Nurkic. And it's Bazemore at the 2 spot. Outside Matthews. Now the pass to Lopez. And it's Portland with the rebound. Bazemore finds Hood, and he banks in the layup. Hood's got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Trailblazers. Bucks leading by 16. Outside Hill. And stolen by Bazemore. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. And the dunk by Bazemore.
Oh, that's a major league throwdown.
Keeps a tight grip on that rim, too, after the finish.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
The Bucks shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Timeout called the Bucks.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
A different look for Milwaukee. Chris Middleton comes in for Kyle Korver. And it's Eric Bledsoe in for George Hill. The Trailblazers also changing it up. Anthony comes in for Mario Hezonja. And Lillard subbed in for C.J. McCollum. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. His point to them was that they put themselves in a position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. So he needs to see full concentration out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Bledsoe against Lillard. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You know, while Eric Bledsoe isn't a 20-point-per-game scorer like he was in Phoenix, you could argue that he's a more effective player since coming to Milwaukee. His efficiency is at a career-high level.
Good on the second free throw. And for Bledsoe and the Bucks, he's been a great fit, Clark, as a third option on the team.
Yeah, I agree, guys, because it really comes down to recognizing the right spot and right role for you with your team. And Bledsoe himself recognizes that. He says he's the happiest he's ever been since coming to Milwaukee.
Here's Anthony. Again, the Trailblazers score.
Well, you got to respect the jump shot of Anthony because he's got the ultimate green light. And because of that freedom, he's a dangerous guy on the perimeter.
And Matthews kicks to Lopez. Bledsoe outside. Passes it to Matthews. 6 on the shot clock. And the Bucks miss again.
Well, in most games, he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
And the dunk by Bazemore.
And when you thought this fourth quarter was simply a formality, all of a sudden the offense picks up, and now we have a game.
Can't quite put my finger on it, but something gave them a jolt, and now they're knocking down everything. We've got some fireworks in store for us down the stretch.
Offensive rebound. Lopez finds Lopez. Wesley Matthews on the wing. Shoots over Nurkic. Matthews, no good.
And, you know, even though they're on top, they're winning. I mean, they could use more from him, trying to shut the door on this one.
Here's Anthony. Lopez with the block. Now Bledsoe. The kick out to Matthews. Good, and Bledsoe gets the assist. Bledsoe's got 5 assists in the game.
Remarkable poise from Wesley Matthews. Looks like he's very comfortable shooting as soon as that ball hits his hands.
Pass to Bazemore. Launches a 3. Sinks the triple. Bazemore's got 22 points.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Outside Matthews. They get a hand on it and stolen by Lillard. Oh, and the jam by Bazemore.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
Bledsoe passes to Lopez. And Matthews kicks to Bledsoe. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Outside Matthews. And a miss there on the triple. And Portland with the ball. They're on a 15-4 run right now. Lillard attacking. Anthony down low. He's covered by Matthews. Yep, it goes in, and the Milwaukee lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Carmelo Anthony. Pass to Lopez. Kicks to Matthews. There's the 3, and there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Matthews. Matthews has got his 3rd assist on the night. The pass to Carmelo. Back to Lillard. Pass to Hood. The 3. And another 3 for Portland.
And as they're trailing in this game, they're trying to stay in it with the triple, just shooting a lot more of them than they did in the first half.
Bucks leading by 5. Bledsoe kicks to Matthews. For 3, Middleton, and again Milwaukee with the triple.
Boy, that is a real weapon in Middleton's arsenal. I mean, when you hit a 3 on him, he wants that sweet revenge, and he's coming back at you.
Lillard attacking. The stupendous finish in traffic. The Bucks have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Inside, Lopez. Nurkic with the block. Anthony left side.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
That free throw, no good. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Milwaukee. And Portland with a change here, too. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Kent Bazemore.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
Now here's Lopez. For the 3. They grab their own miss. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, I tell you what, the long arms of Antetokounmpo are really incredibly lethal in the paint. Sometimes the defense really has no choice but to foul him and then hope he misses.
Here's Lillard. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got assist number 8 here in this one already. And here is Antetokounmpo. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Giannis has got 12 points here in the second half.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Lillard dishes to Hood. Back to Lillard. Anthony left side. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 3. And it's Lillard missing.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
To the inside. Shots good by Bledsoe. And now it's an 8-point Milwaukee lead.
You can't allow Bledsoe that kind of position. I mean, he's extremely effective in the paint.
Back to Anthony. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Anthony's got 9 points in the quarter.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Milwaukee has gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Bledsoe against Lillard. Bledsoe passes to Antetokounmpo. 6 to shoot. Nurkic with the steal. McCollum outside. Back to Nurkic. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Lopez, he's checked in for Brook Lopez. So it's Portland now. 6-point game. Nurkic against Lopez. Lopez over to help. 4 on the clock. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. They led the game at 1 point by 20. He kicks it to Matthews. Pass to Bledsoe. Floats it up for Giannis. And stolen by Lillard. McCollum outside. Hood. The shot. No good. Now the Bucks take it the other way.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Bucks leading by 6. Bledsoe outside. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Nurkic has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
To the middle, here's Giannis. And a great assist by Bledsoe as that one goes in. Bledsoe's got his 7th assist here tonight. Now a timeout called by Portland. And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Lillard, the pass to Hood. A 3-ball. Nailed from three-point land. Hood's got a couple of three-pointers now in the 4th for the Trailblazers. Middleton outside. Bledsoe outside. Pass to Middleton. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Bledsoe outside. And Matthews now, top of the key. Just 5 on the clock. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's Milwaukee now. Lopez kicks to Bledsoe. Giannis outside. He's feeling it. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
A guy that doesn't give up on the glass. Lopez, a real force at rebounding the ball.
Inside. Here's McCollum. Out to Anthony. Over onto Antetokounmpo. Anthony's shot is off. Milwaukee leading by 5. And Bledsoe has it in the corner. A 3-pointer off the mark. Portland's gone 3 of 4 from downtown here in the 4th. And it's McCollum off the drive. Banked in off the glass. McCollum's got 17 now, just in the second half.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
Here's Giannis. Here's Lopez. That one drops for him. Lopez has got 4 points in the quarter.
Outstanding activity in the pick and roll by Lopez, using that impressive mobility to create space for himself.
Anthony nowhere around. No good from outside. The Bucks shooting at 42% in this final quarter. The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Antetokounmpo's got 42 in the game. Trailblazers trail by 8. And Lillard gets double teamed. Hood, McCollum trying to get open. Hood gets the bucket.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man, puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
Here's Antetokounmpo. 44 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Lopez. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
The massive size of Lopez just puts defenses in a pickle. When he's that close, you just have to foul it.
So it's Portland now, trailing here by 8. And Lillard gets double teamed. Portland moving the ball around. The baseline J. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Or the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
McCollum dishes to Nurkic. No good with the triple. Up top, Bledsoe. So no problem for Milwaukee as they get the win. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Brooke. Congrats on the win. How important was this game for you?
You know, it's very big for us. It was a good benchmark. We've been trying to improve every game. You know, we've been getting better these past few games. And, you know, we know these guys are a very good team, so we wanted to come out and make a statement.
You sure did make a big statement tonight, Brooke. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.